So, more Superman news today, and it's box office tracking. It's actually really good, significantly higher than I thought it was going to be tracking. So we're 5 weeks out, or so, and yeah, it's tracking really well. Now, all things may change. These are just predictions, based on social media chatter, based on all manner of things. I haven't predicted it. This isn't my prediction. But it is significantly higher than I thought it would be. I will say, you read from the title anyway, like it's big, or I may have even included the number. If Warner Brothers gets this number, I think they'll be happy. I think they're happy with this as a prediction as well. However, be warned, they may downregulate the prediction. They tend to do that sometimes. Just so they can then say, oh, it beat predictions. Tends to be what happens. But this isn't long-range tracking. 5 weeks isn't exactly long range. And it's tracking really well. So let's dive into this. Please do hit subscribe if you're new here. Do turn those bell notifications on. And for any returning viewer that's not subscribed, or you think you are, check you're subscribed or hit subscribe, because YouTube's done something really funky. I'm sure a lot of you will be aware of this. You're probably not getting notifications for all the channels you're subscribed to. And they may not even see them pop up in your recommended. It's done something really strange to every channel, as they always like to do every now and then. Just being a pain in the arse. But anyway, that weird shit out the way. Let's get this show on the road. So, spotted this, and it's worth a video. Superman is predicted to open with $156 to $175 million just domestically. That's really good. If this does $200 million domestic, or close to, Warner Brothers will be very, very happy with that. That'll be one of the high... Well, I don't know if it'll be the highest. It'll be one of the highest for a while. Because the Hollywood system and theatres with box office in the US has been lacking a lot lately. And it's mainly because they are producing crap, obviously. Viewing habits have changed. A lot of people do wait for movies to go out on streaming. So, dumb. These companies have cannibalized their own profit in the aim to get more money. Well done. And so it's suffered a lot recently. $175 million domestically is great. That's really, really good. That would be fantastic for this movie. Worldwide, you could be looking at a $250+ million opening weekend, maybe somewhere in the region of $300 million, because it is getting a theatrical release in China. This genuinely could be easily a $300 million opening weekend, which will be brilliant. Brilliant for this film. So let's scroll through this, right? With a little over 5 weeks to go, Superman's already picking up traction on social media. The current forecast for Superman is bigger than most were probably expecting. And it's bigger than I was expecting. As the Man of Steel is looking towards a huge $154 to $175 million opening weekend, and is currently expected to win the box office summer. I can believe that. It's a bankable property, isn't it? Now, the James Gunn Superman has a low end of $154 million. $154 million would still be okay. Certainly wouldn't be excellent, but it would be okay. A high end of $185 million. And a pinpoint of $175 million. Now, this would not only be the biggest Superman opening of all time, but the biggest DC opening of all time. This is much higher than anything Zack Snyder and the Snyderverse ever produced. And that, I guess, goes some way into confirming that the marketing that they're doing is working, whether you agree with it or not. When I watched the first trailer versus the second trailer, I said to myself, and I think I even commented on it in the video or in a live stream, it looks like what they're going for is a 4-quadrant movie, which wasn't immediately apparent with the first trailer. That seemed to me anyway to be much more kiddie focused, whereas this one opened, the most recent trailer opened very serious. I think trying to capture adults more and show a sort of a serious drama vibe. So this is huge. It's a huge opener. Now it says this, however, this may not be entirely accurate. It's just a prediction. Who knows? And the outcome could go either way. The Flash was also projected to open with huge numbers. I don't know why, though. Like, if I compare Superman with The Flash, I can see why Superman is predicted to open huge. The Flash, I think, was just artificially inflated. No one cared about it. People were making videos and talking about Ezra Miller because he was a psycho. And I think these analysts were confusing that with interest. No, people weren't interested in The Flash. They were commenting on Ezra Miller being a nutcase. I can see why this is, projected high, to be fair. So, yeah. It's huge. It's huge. So, there are other predictions from Box Office Theory that they've done. Not great. So, they predicted Thunderbolts to open with $70 million and the New Avengers to $74 million. Well, they're the same movies. Out just by $4 million. So they've done really well with some of their predictions. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning was also predicted to gross $75 million in its opening weekend. It ultimately grossed $79 million. So it seems like they're always out by $4 million, which is hilarious. At least on two. Because they did predict that Captain America: Brave New World had a projection of $96 million, but grossed $88. Not that far off, really. So what's also been projected as Superman's final box office gross. The numbers are incredible. They believe that Superman could end up being the biggest box office gross of the summer. Superman domestic gross has a low-end projection of $392 million. That's huge, if that is the case. They do believe the high-end projection is $510 million. And the pinpoint of $477 million. I guess, realistically, they're saying that this will be a $1 billion hit. If it does 510 million, yeah, I reckon this would be a $1 billion hit. They're not bad. Their projections are pretty solid. Not bang on all the time. $175 million. Good. And you know what? If you're looking at those numbers, like 392 or 477, if it does a $175 million opening, even if it drops off by 50% the next weekend, but it, keeps hanging on for like another 6 weeks, it'll do these numbers easily. It's still got to do that opener, though. So there you go. Good news for Superman, good news for DC, good news for James Gunn, despite all the chatter. It is interesting to see. It remains to be seen. We will, of course, wait with bated breath, and I will keep you covered. So hit subscribe if you're new here. Leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.